Good afternoon. More than 7,000 hate crime complaints were made to Police Scotland within the first week of new legislation coming into place. However, Force statistics show that just 240 hate crimes were recorded in that timeframe, as well as 30 non-crime hate incidents. The vast majority of online reports were made anonymously, with a police spokesperson saying that the impact on frontline policing has been minimal.
The volume in the early days of the Act was exceptional, but the data provided by Police Scotland should give reassurance that things are beginning to settle down, and we all have a responsibility to conduct ourselves in a manner that leads to calm, a bit more consensus and a bit more shared understanding.
A mother whose infant son died after being exposed to drugs at her home in Aberdeenshire has been jailed for 7 years. 32-year-old Amy Beck was convicted of exposing 3-month-old Ollie James Sivrite to methadone, also known as MCAT, and ecstasy at a house in Sandhaven. The youngster died in 2019 as a result of ingesting drugs combined with the effects of an infection. A new survey shows residents in Aberdeen are opposed to new measures to reduce emissions and fear it could harm the city further. The new low emission zone is set to come into force on the 31st of May. Drivers whose vehicles don't comply with the standards will be banned from many major streets and face large fines if they enter. Aberdeen City Council says the initiative will improve air quality and protect public health. Football and a decision on whether tonight's Premiership clash between Dundee and Rangers can go ahead has been put back until this afternoon. Referee Don Robertson passed the Dens Park pitch as playable this morning, but a further check is planned for 3:30 with further rain forecast this afternoon.
The pitch is playable, so that's where we are at the moment. Obviously, everyone involved in the game is aware of the forecast for later in the day. So between the club and the league, they will agree a time on probably a second pitch inspection, taking into account then the weather this afternoon. But no, as it stands, the pitch is playable.
Well, it's still wet here in Aberdeen. Let's see what's in store. Here is Sean.
A dry start to the day will become increasingly splashy. TUI sponsors STV weather.
Good afternoon. For many of us, a very wet day, as if we need any more rain, especially in the east of the country where we've already had about a month's worth of rain in many spots in the first 10 days of the month. Best of the weather today across Shetland, drier, sunnier here through this afternoon, but that rain will reach us as we move into the evening. Talking of the evening, across western parts, that rain actually turning much heavier for a time. I expect between about 6 and 8 o'clock this evening, and then that runs its way north and eastward, so staying damp for most of us tonight, especially in the north and the west, but it will be incredibly mild. Temperatures staying in double figures. A much better day to come tomorrow, especially in the northeast, sunny and warm with highs of 17 degrees.
TUI sponsors STV weather.
That's all for this lunchtime. Norman will be back with the rest of today's headlines at 6 o'clock tonight. Until then, you can keep up with us on the STV News app and online on our website. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.